Morning, Dowse.
Morning, good.
Ian and Martin spoke after last Saturday's game against Chorley, so it's a chance to hear your thoughts now.
I thought I knew it was going to be a tough little game. I thought we started off, the whole place was nervous, obviously because recent results. I think once we got the goal, I thought we relaxed and played. I thought we played some good stuff. Once we got the goal, I thought we deserved to win the game. All is tough nut to crack because how many games Chorley's drew. We needed a result. Whatever happens, I still have my captain out. It was I'm delighted with the win. I'm sure everybody is as well. I'm sure on that form, so you can get in there. That's what they're doing, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so. The win was the only thing that mattered, really, wasn't it? I mean, 1-0 against the bottom of the league team. You could be, I suppose, some people could look at that and think, well, we should have done a bit better if they were a bit negative-minded. But the 3 points was all that mattered.
You've got to be a negative-minded to think like that, Lee. I 3 points because you probably haven't been. I said it that Saturday. You probably got the two teams in the league who come up, two worst budgets in the league. So I believe, I know. We needed a result. Whatever happens, 1-0 results are great. Should we have done better? No, we had missed some chances. That's for certain. But no, not at all. It was just got to win the game 1-0. I'm sure everybody's delighted about it. We were delighted about it. And I'm sure everybody else was as well. So it was just important that we get the 3 points. Got with 44 points now, which is great. Gives us time to kick on. And so I was just delighted with the win. And so I think when the goal went in, took a lot of pressure off people, and we missed a good few chances, but we missed one as well. And Rossi made the save and all, but it was good 3 points. Yeah.
And you made a significant number of changes from the previous team. So the sort of upset about the Christmas period probably relates as much, if not more, to the scoreline away at Sutton, rather than the fact that it was a loss. But you had so few players to pick from.
No, I was not relaxing with Sutton, but because it's doing it with Torquay. We were up against Torquay. Sutton down here was the most disappointing one because Sutton battered into it, and that's when I realised we've got to make a few changes. Kingston, but Sutton away. Listen, on us with a turf pitch, is that an excuse? It's got to be a little bit advantage. Got to be. We've got Torps out and Hyde out. It's got to be a little bit. We've got my captain out. We've got Puku out, and I've vested Roscoe. I wanted to say but so there's quite a lot of players to be out, to be honest.
Yeah.
So 16-year-old kid on the bench, no subs. Didn't expect to get beat by 6, but again, it didn't really learn us anything, to be honest. And stuff like that. And alright, disappointing for everybody involved. But also knowing that all them players were back on Saturday and would have a better chance. Now we captain's back now. We're looking for players, as you know. We're in for players and cutting people who are going and leaving and going. So I was fine about it. I'm not fine about losing games because I hate it, but not drastic. Well, I said what I said. I knew that after I was Sutton at home game, I had to make changes. I just couldn't do it over Christmas period. But the way one with all that happening, I think at the start of the season, most people, I think in football, would have thought we'd be getting a couple of them. It was the first one we've had. I think most people in football thought that we would get 2 or 3 of them in the season and all that. I think working fans would have probably thought the same. On the outside, they would have thought the same. So just getting one when you got 5, 6 players out, it's not as bad as it's made out, to be honest. Because if 5 or 6 players were winning, it would have been 6-2.
Absolutely.
But so getting your players back and having a nervy little time down here, which you can cause in football, and sometimes when you lose 3 or 4 games, people, you've got to be bottom of the league, got to do that. I knew all the things what were coming. I said it in the team talk, So it's one of them where the best let me deal with that, to be honest,
And you could argue, or it could be argued, that Godfrey Poku got it a bit wrong at Torquay, ended up getting 2 yellow cards and missed the Sutton game. But boy, did he make amends against Chorley.
Him and Musa Tahava were our best 2 players. Him and Musa, I would have given a joint man of the match, to be honest. Musa was unbelievable at the back, won everything I thought, to be honest. You got to think of Rossi's saves and all that at important time. But Puku just ran his heart out, and fans love all that, and stuff like that. And supporters, take to that and take to the lad who, ability-wise, might not be the greatest, but has got this desire to go around and desire to run around and make tackles and desire to do it. He's a great lad and he's come in and done very well. We just laughed the other day, so he said, well, he didn't play him otherwise. Yeah, we won 6 out of 7. And all of a sudden, I got it appears, Dowse mustn't have I signed him. You know what I mean? So this crazy.
And he was one of your very first targets.
And all. It's just because he didn't play for 4 or 5 games when we were on a good run. Once we had the bad run again, he come back in. I just feel as though we needed head start at the time, and we went on this great run and all the rest of it. He couldn't get in. We're playing failed away and winning 4-1. So listen, you'll get all the Dinkums what come in about it and all that, So it's now he's done very well.
But perhaps most important, he not only played that game on Saturday with his usual aggression and determination, but he got all his timings right.
Oh, which is important to PLA game. It's
and
important.
he'll admit that readily.
He's an honest kid, like, you know, he's an honest lad who's made a living out of it and non-league by being like that. What you see is what you get. You never give anything less than 100%. You will, you know, you want to be better on the ball at times. You want all of them to be better on the ball, and it's just something maybe he's lacking in there a little bit. But the bottom line is, you know, what you get other ways out of him. What he's like, he's a winner. He's desperate to win games and all that, you know. So you need that in your team. He's doing very well for what a minute, and he deserves to be in a team. He deserves man in the match. But I thought him and Musa were our best two players, to be honest. You know,
agree 100%. Let's turn to players. You've already alluded to hoping to sign some and talking to people. How much can you tell us today?
I've signed a couple, to be honest, which I'll get done because I've signed somebody now. You know, that was a week in advance, but next week we'll have some signings in. We'll have some people going. Jake Greer's going to sign for a club at Dion Loan again. Up to 1 or 2 by 12 o'clock could be the same, or 1 o'clock. I'm 95% sure in the morning when I have 11 against 11, I've got somebody in on the forward line in. I believe I've got somebody else in as well. Things I can't say because I haven't got pen to paper, but we have done the paperwork there then. We have had chats in here to agree it. So unless there's any hitches, there'll be 2 or 3 in it, maybe more, but also 2 or 3 out, which is not against the lot. Some people need game time. Some people need to go and you know, freshen up. I just felt it went a bit stale a little bit, you know. As a club, I do. Yeah, I would like to meet the supporters, to be honest. I really would, to see how we can help them, because we have won us game supporters. We have been here against Wales and won a game. The supporter Bonnet away, you've got to go and see a Chesterfield away, Blinken all the way there. You've got to go and see Hartlepool away and things like that. But here, it hasn't been. Now, I'm going to try to put a fans forum up where me and my skipper, me and Josh will go and say, how can we help in any way to make this a 12th man? Because on Saturday, Torquay for example, and when he came out, I'm just using that as he came out, there's a big come on, and he just lost 8 in a spin. And I'm thinking, can we get that here? Not be Torquay, I want to be better on Torquay, and I want to finish high on Torquay because they're there and we're there, and I want to cement that one, saying, you know, we can do it on our money and all that, you know, and it became a bit of a thing between us two. But so I want to do that, and I do it on, and I want to be better on all round. But how can we make it better here? Now, after Saturday was like a morgue when we come in, and obviously you may say we've lost 3 games, but it's been quiet at home. Now, is it because they want to see more of this, more of that? We can't say about players because that's unfair, but how can we make it a better atmosphere? Because after 20 minutes, the only time I heard after 20 minutes when people started mooing a bit and things like that, you know, that's a lot of pressure. But I told the players what was going to happen, and the players knew that as well. Now I'm thinking, can we get the players and the supporters attached together? We might want to see everybody be like, that's fair enough. Let's see how we can improve it. I would need the supporters. They've been brilliant. We've won with games. That's what gets us. We've won with games, which I've talked about. The support away from home has been absolutely phenomenal. It's just here, it's like a bit quiet. Can we do something? So I'll hear the fans for a minute and see what they want. Not hide behind one of these. Like, I don't believe in Twitter because somebody sent me ideas. Somebody called the chairman this and whatever. Well, I think the chairman's wonderful, but I will also say the chairman shouldn't go on cardboard. I also say, why wouldn't you want to go on cardboard? Because people hide behind computers doing it. Now, and then I think about the directors have been brilliant here. They've been so supportive. We really have. Sam Lupton done something for me. My son, you were there, unbelievable. Kelvin, David, all come support. And as mentioned, the chairman, I could go on. They're brilliant here. But the bottom line is, I tell them, don't go on cardboard. Don't go on it. See people face value. So can we get people to go off this, whatever they're doing, all the rest of it? I got told I get related to this obviously, and after the game on Saturday I got told, oh yeah, nobody really had a threat saying get in there, 44 points, bottom of the league, worst budget in the league, and now we are. It was very much like, you know, what we're going to do here, what we're going to do. Well, is that a way we can improve? The only way we're going to improve is get together. People say I can't change it, but people said I couldn't change the community. I like to think I've changed the community a bit. People say I can't change the football club. I like to think I've done that a bit, so they've got to trust in me. So instead of hiding behind this, I'm bored at work, let's go and start. And why I said it for, I'll tell you a funny story. I'll not name a name. I was at Kingstonian, 3rd top of the league. I left the player out of the team. Dowson's lost the change room, and it started going, Dowson's lost the change room, what's he done? But was the player who done it on the thing? Yeah. And the player done, so there'll be players' wives, girlfriends, mothers, and all that, dinkum or whatever it is. Actually, maybe crap stirring up. But can I meet a fan off the street and say, okay, I'll meet you face to face. You can say what you want to me and me skipper. How can we get the support and the players united? We need it. With 1 point off the playoffs, Worst budget in the league, I keep saying, us and Chorley. Part-time footballers we're finding very difficult to get in, all you know. Let's fight them on the beaches together. So we need that. So my advice is don't go on course, but I'm not telling you not to, because it might be a good chat to have. I don't know how it works, Stephen. I'm not intelligent to know, but instead of hiding behind something, why not face to face if I'm willing to meet her? So I'll arrange a forward meeting with no directors there, no nothing there, just me against the supporters, and you can see how we can improve to get the atmosphere better, and the supporters on our side on match days we've got to play something different on the record, so we've got to, well, I always tell the players to clap them and all that, you know, and stuff like that I do, and all that, you know. Somebody even said to me, which I was a bit disappointed with the fellow who said it actually, because I think I've done enough for him. I noticed Dowse didn't clap the supporters against Sutton. I stood there to make sure nobody went past me, because I said, off you go. So I stood there on my own. Once Via got in, there was nobody there. It was empty at half time. So it's things like, you just want to improve relationships. So we've done the Asian community over there. We did, me and Martin, we're going into different things. I got a lovely letter of Emily's dad, Craig, who sent a lovely letter in about meeting the players. I've got to mention that, which is fantastic. We're doing all we can to help the community, but working's always looked on. There's people out there, and I don't know why. When I first come here, I wouldn't go and work on the board, this and that. I've just said how much, and I wouldn't say it as a board or spot on. The community people who do spot on, the people on the club are great, but it's just this connection that's been dragged in this is working. If that's working, that's fine, but it's not a good player. Why not make it working together, everybody? So if I've got to meet players, because I need the supporters on the side, so we may have some ideas. Can we do this? Can once a month, whatever. They can't ask us why Hodge isn't playing. That's stupid, that is, because because I couldn't go and talk puppy about a player like that. But the bottom line is, what can we do in the match to get people on the side from a non-league side who have done unbelievable for the club and the community? I feel so we've got to get back and need them, to be honest. That's what I honestly think.
Yeah, okay. I would emphasise that I'm sure you didn't deliberately say that if you have a forum, it'll be you against the supporters. I think you mean you with the supporters.
Yeah, so get together. Yeah. I said again. Take that back, boys. no, but just come along and see, we'll have a chat. And if I get 200 people in that room and say, well, Dowse, this, that and the other, and can we have this? And I'm making all players stay on the match day till 6 o'clock, so we'll be in that back bar till 6, not just hang around and think to play for Man United. We'll go mingle with supporters that way. I'm expecting stick if you lose games, it happens anywhere you go. But I just feel as though there's a connection we can try to make somewhere along the line. I want to be with the supporters, and even if I've got to stand with them or do whatever I do, I don't know. I just feel as though we've got to try to make a connection with them to make this a bit of a focus, to get the 12th man on our side all the time. And like I say, I wouldn't say it if I didn't think we could win with games. We've won with games before. They've won with games. So if supporters have got that character winning us games, we wouldn't be in this league if it wasn't the supporters. Because what we had done against Wales in the last 20 minutes won us the game. It wasn't the players, it was the supporters. So if I can get that right in most of the games and the underdog tag again, we might go a bit further,
Yeah, I'm absolutely not advocating that you do this, but you've just reminded me that there was one occasion quite a few years back when Glenn Cockerell went and stood behind the goal on the terrace with the supporters.
Aye.
And that went down extremely well.
It would have done, and I was tempted to do it Saturday. Nobody knows this apart from the team. I said to the team beforehand, listen, it could turn here a little bit. This is what we've got to try to get better. I could turn here a little bit, and sometimes the lads get frustrated with it a little bit, I think. And then I said, if it gets too much in Murnag's or whatever, or it gets too much and it's getting two because we're getting beat 1-0, I'll go and stand for the supporters. And that's what I was going to do, to be honest. So it's a good thing what Glenn done. I've got to be on a dugout giving instructions, and you don't want to get any fights with anybody or anybody up, because they've got, if we're getting beat, we will. But I just think, can we make a little bit, because I say to players, we make this extra 5% difference in different things what we do, then we've got a chance. So can I make it a little bit, a connection 5% better between the players and supporters, just like we're away from home, and a lot of time here, but I just sense that we don't want to drifting away and the season drifting away. What can we do to make it better? That's what I think.
Sure. And just to briefly go back to player recruitment, Clive Yorton says in today's Surrey Advertiser that you've been in close contact with QPR and Crystal Palace.
I haven't slept yet, David, to be honest. I've got a dog. I've got a stupid dog.
Yes, you have.
I've got a dog and I haven't blinked and slept yet, because if I'm not up at night with a dog, I'm here till 9 o'clock like it was the other night. On Sunday I got in fight at the QPR against Crystal Palace. Went to that. Great, loved it, because it could be something happening there. On Tuesday morning we went to, Monday morning we went to Crystal Palace under 23s against QPR 23s. Got a couple of options we've got there. Met a player in here who I believe will sign tomorrow, 95% on that. He will, to be honest, but then again I can't announce it because he can't make the day, but he wait tomorrow, and we've done the deal, to be honest, but it'll happen tomorrow, which is great. And all that, I went to see my mate at Luton, who we're getting somebody over tomorrow as well. It'll be another signing, I imagine. Tomorrow I went to see my mate on Tuesday night over at Dunstable, watched that game, brilliant, and all that, Yesterday we went down, me and Ian went down to Oxford to see Faz. So we are working at different things because we know what we need to do. I just think the so that we went comfortable, me included, people included, that we went, I look at it and I thought the whole squad, the whole club's comfortable in the cells about being this. Can I be found to do it more? If I can't, I think the side would have maybe he's gone mid-table anyway. The players have been brilliant. I would never call one single player, but can I get 4 or 5 in, 4 or 5 to get games to come back in, if you like, just to try to make a bit of oomph in the team? I just feel as though I've got 4 players there. I look at it now, 4 players who we think, and I thought, that we would play every single week. Can I get that comfortable out? You know what I mean? So if I get one of my big hitters, if you like, not playing because you've got to prove a point, you know what you have, and so be it. I just feel as though I had 4 players. People may say, "Oh, that's your favourites" and all that crap. Like, but the bottom is, I've never really thought I had favourites. But the bottom is, I think I've got a few players there who need to know that I'm not playing every week. And I feel as though the situation, what we have done for us for the last 16 months, 18 months, I think there's 4 or 5 who think we should be playing every single week and thinking, "No, I'm going to change that mentality."
Right. And from the sound of it, then we can look forward to some young, exciting players coming in. What areas of the field are you looking to strengthen?
Everywhere. Yeah, right. I've looked everywhere. So we have went about your business is about getting 36 names on that board there, going through all these contracts, bringing up everybody is. We've all been doing it at the start and come to the conclusion that if we can get someone in better in that position, let's try to do it. Let's just have an excitement. Let's go and do it. I think this just went a bit here. I'm thinking, can't wait 11 against 11 tomorrow to see what we've got there. Can't wait to sign a couple of players next week, and that's what I'm really looking at. Quite exciting time. And I went to watch the under 23s last night, like, you know, and they're doing well then. You know, the attitudes were spot on. We were senior players. The young kid done already again, Jade and all that, you know, and stuff like that. He's come on, didn't he? He's 16-year-old. Yeah. He's just got to keep his head on the ground, and the family, I'm sure, will as well, because you know, it's like you get a young kid like Jade and they start tweeting and all that. You know, okay, I'm doing this. I'm in the first team here, great and all that. And before you know it, he thinks he's playing for Man United when he's a young lad, 16, who's just got a big dress. But that's what it gets like, you know. We've got to try to protect him a bit. If it's with us, great. If it's with somebody else, we've got to protect him, because if not, it gets all a bit silly and all that. You know, boy wonder and all that rubbish and maze. He'll have an agent next, won't he? You know what I mean? So it's one of them where that's what you got to do. He's just got to like work with the first team, which he's been doing. Join in, which he's been doing, shut his mouth in change rooms and learn the trade, which he will do, and all that, you know, and just let him play. Before you know it, you get 50 people swarming around like flies, tweeting and all that rubbish, which I hate anyway. So, the advice I'll be giving him is stay away from Ben Gavin, because he likes to tweet. Don't tweet, because it's pointless. Don't get your agent to tweet. Don't get your mums and dads to tweet. Just don't tweet. Yeah, simple as that. Yeah. Good advice, isn't it?
It is. You mentioned agents. I think for supporters to be aware that you absolutely 100% stick by this. You lost a player through declining to pay an agent's fee.
Even Epstein or something, didn't you? I think, a lad or whatever. So you come up here, I had him saying last week, agreed a deal where Matty's sitting there, shake your hand and all that. I get a call saying this bloke wants £1,500 for doing the deal. I said, well, he didn't do a deal because I've just done a deal for a player. So I told one of my staff to tell the agent where to go. He come back and said, I might just do it now. Before you know it, he signs for somebody else. No problem. That's it. But so before I got the job, as you know, we're paying agent fees down here. Yeah. We're paying sign-on fees, we're paying agent fees. Let's get the cards on the table of where I've cut all that rubbish out. If I got to pay £1,400 to get the best player I need to get in, I might have to wangle to do a deal with him, because I can't stay at this level forever not doing it, because everybody does it. But I bet we're probably the only team in the league who doesn't. But I said that from day one until we got to an emergency, whatever. But I do realise a high up would go, you got no choice of not doing it. I don't like them. I think a lot of them, I don't dislike all of them, but a lot of them are all right who do it for face value and want the best for a player. A lot of them will just do it for, you know, like, what's he want £1,500 off me for? Yeah. When I've just done a deal for a player. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Sure. The Dutch film, if we can call it that, is going to be shown tomorrow afternoon for supporters to watch. You've seen it. What's your verdict?
Always.
All right.
Yeah.
Only all right.
It's a bit cringy at times, but always.
I'm pretty sure you're saying all right because there's an awful lot of you in it, isn't there? And I think most people will think it's really, really good. Yeah. You're being modest because you're slightly embarrassed about being on screen so much.
Probably, and that's as I remember going deep with them once when I was late once when I come up to full-time game. I said I was down and all that, and you feel a bit bad because that's 25 years ago, so you see a bit embarrassed about that. Things like I probably rate me dad being on it and all that, and you feel a bit embarrassed about it all, but I just thought it was alright. Other people tell us it's very good.
It is.
You know what I mean? So, but so sports a judge for us. I'm going down to Yeovil after our training session tomorrow because we've got Yeovil in a couple of weeks. So I'm going down there, but it's all not so. But I've seen it. So yeah, I have seen it, but I haven't seen it twice. If you know what I mean. So it's one of them.
Yeah.
But no, but by all accounts, I've got a lot of work done. Nico got it organised straight away. The lads were great. You know, and stuff like that. Hopefully this year that we do care about the kids in the change rooms and stuff like that, and all of us, which I just mentioned, Emily's dad there, who come. We want to do that for kids, so hopefully that point come across. But sometimes when you say yourself on, it's like for your cup run last year, I don't really like that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't mind doing this for you and all of us and get me, because you know what questions asked. You ask stuff I'm not really, you know what I mean, interested in.
Sure.
You know?
I've got
Hold on, one thing for you. I bet you can't do this, Daniel. Right, I'm doing for cherry trees for charity. You got it on there. Good luck. Come on.
I was saving that till last.
No, let's do it now because
right.
Look here. 40 days without a drink.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that every now and again I do like a little tipple and all that, you know, especially 7 days a week. And so I'm going to do it for a charity. It's a lovely charity. One of the kids walked for the first, not for the first, but he couldn't walk for 5 years. He couldn't change room and walked, and the lads going to go to put. And they do a lovely charity where they give people a respite for people like that. And I think it's fantastic. And Adrian with us has been working a lot on that. We've been going down there. And I said, I'll tell you what I'll do. We're doing, because of 40 years anniversary, I think it is, so we're doing 40. Right. So I'm going to do 40 days without a drink. I'm going to get just giving Paige up to settle on you. If you can help, or even just give a pint of lager with you. And but it's actually killing me. At the minute, I'm 7 days in. What's the date of the year?
It's the 10th.
9 days in, because it was from January the 1st was my last drink. I said, when I'm honest, so I've had a week and a bit, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I'm very more right at the minute. But obviously, so Blackie will be closed down for frigging a week like that. So, so I'm going to go on 40 days, and all the money will go to great cause, great charity.
It's even worse for Blackie because Malcolm's doing it as well.
So
is Ian.
Ian's doing it and all that, you know, but he may have a couple of sneaky ones. Malcolm will stick to his guns and all that, you know. I didn't trust Daya, and he doesn't trust me. Malcolm I trust because he's one of them, but you had Daya went to Fiji, had a can in his hand, right? And he said to his missus, he said, well, if you have one, I have one, but he had to like, and put it back in there, you know. It's killed Daya as well. So that's that one done. But it is, but I'm going to the gym all the time and get myself fit different ways. In fact, after the game Saturday, winter there, Figgins got this paint that looked absolutely unbelievable. So when he had his sixth one, it looked better. But the bottom line is, I'm there and I'm thinking, so I went for a 6 mile run. I went to the gym. Before you know it, it's 10 o'clock at night and I got to sleep that way. Usually it's 10 o'clock and I'm, you know, having a few beers now. But yeah, it's great. And, yeah, it's all for the charity. You do so many things for charity. So 40 days without a drink, here we go. And I'll do it. You know, I will.
And Malcolm has sneakily got in ahead of you, hoovering up the sponsorship, but you'll be setting something up yourself.
Yeah, I think he's doing for hospice, because I want to do something for hospice. I'm doing it for charity.
That's right.
So we're separate things. So if I get it just giving Paige done, lovely thing for a hospice, but this cherry trees, you know, they do a fantastic job. And if asked for the help, if you ask for the help, you try to give it. We can't do everything for every charity, but you can help. So if I can do a little bit by raising a few £100 or whatever towards, you know, a lovely cause and fantastic local people as well who've been down the ground and are coming to support them. So fantastic. So good luck to cherry trees, and I hope I can raise a couple of quid for them.
Sure. And what was going to be the next to last, but is now last, just to say that obviously we're not playing tomorrow, but both Westfield and what are they called? Shearwater are playing at home. Shearwater here and Westfield across the road. And I believe they're both doing special deals for Woking season ticket holders. So if it's a nice day and you've got nothing better to do, come down and support a local team. I'm actually going to both games because I've got a photograph, half of each for the paper. So
is that right?
I shall see them both tomorrow.
Good for you. You guys support a local clubs have been very good. Shearwater here, good relationship, good club. Westfield's done wonders, haven't they? And they've done wonders doing the ground up, and the manager's doing a great job down there, and they're winning, you know, they've done a fantastic. So I'm a big believer in the local clubs anyway. I love the local clubs, and if we can help them out, you know, it's hard with players wise this season because everybody's on contract, not everybody, but everybody wants to play at that level and not that one, and all of us. So I found that a bit difficult, but they do a great job over Westfield. So yeah, go and support your local club. I'll be having a nice trip down to Yeovil. So it's, we're going 11 against 11 at the training ground tomorrow. Rachel Marler's blinking daughter refereeing. Marler's on the lane, be fantastic and all that. Last time he was on the lane, he fell over and he's on the floor. He's on the lane. I think Dan, you're doing the lane as well, aren't you? So you've got old Jason Donovan now over there doing the lane as well, so that'll be quite good. So no, it's good. It's an exciting place because I am quite excited about it because I just feel so bad I've got to be myself, everybody else, and you know, there's players now who Like I say, I had for the last 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I've done unbelievable for you. But I just feel it's a time now, come on, let's have a go. And players, I don't want players to know what I'm thinking. I don't want the staff to know what I'm putting deep down. I just want to blink and go on and crack on and with the help of everybody try to achieve what we'll make this achieve. You know, goodness.
Brilliant. We'll look forward to that and look forward to some more news next week about incoming players.
You will do. Okay, cheers now.
Thanks very much.